My kids knew about my wife's affair and helped her cover it up. Hello Reddit Eyes Plus here. Last week, while my wife, Heather, 49F, was in the shower, I, 50M, casually picked up her phone. I was expecting a message from one of our daughters, Maddie, 24F, or Alice, 26F, confirming their plans for the girls' dinner they had been talking about for days. It was a normal moment. Until it wasn't. The notification wasn't from one of my daughters. It was from an unsaved number. I can't wait to see you. A string of kiss emojis followed. My heart stopped. For a moment, I stared at the screen, hoping there was some innocent explanation. But when I opened the conversation, all hope crumbled. There it was, right in front of me. Plans to meet up for dinner, some talk about how they missed each other and how once a week wasn't enough. I felt the weight of our 29 years of marriage begin to crack and crumble. I wasn't sure what to do, but one thing was clear. I needed to know the truth. My daughters had told me about their girls' dinner for days. Hoping it was all some terrible misunderstanding, I texted both Maddie and Alice. "What time is girls' dinner tonight?" They responded almost immediately, excited, confirming their plans. My stomach dropped. They were in on it. My own daughters. What I did next isn't something I'm proud of. I secretly turned on my wife's location sharing. After she left, I followed her. Maybe this was just paranoia, I thought. Maybe she really was meeting Maddie and Alice, and I was about to make a fool of myself. But the truth was waiting for me at that restaurant, and it was cruel. Instead of my daughters, I saw my wife. And there, sitting across from her, was her boss. They weren't just chatting. They were holding hands, laughing, leaning in close, like teenagers in love. I felt the sting of betrayal sharp in my chest, the world narrowing in until all I could see was them. I took pictures, my hand shaking with rage. I couldn't hold it in any longer. I stormed to my car and sent the photos to our family group chat. "Glad you're enjoying girls' dinner together." Then I turned my phone off. I didn't want to see the fallout, not yet. I drove straight to my brother's house, my mind racing. The woman I've shared almost 3 decades with, and my daughters, my girls, helping her lie. It was too much. It felt like my whole world had turned against me. The next morning, my phone was flooded with over 40 messages and 20 voicemails, but I didn't care. Heather's desperate attempts to explain were just noise. She could say whatever she wanted, but I had the pictures. I knew the truth. My brother convinced me not to rush things. Instead of telling her I wanted a divorce right away, I spent the day meeting with the best divorce lawyers in town, ensuring she couldn't use them. By the time I finally opened my messages, I was mentally exhausted. And then, the apologies came. First from Maddie, my youngest, the daddy's girl. Her messages were frantic, almost unhinged, filled with guilt. "I'm so sorry, Dad. I never should have lied. I hate myself for this. Please, please forgive me." Her boyfriend even messaged me, saying she was having a panic attack and begging me to talk to her. But I couldn't. I sent a short response. "Maddie, I love you. But what you've done has hurt me deeply. I need space." She replied instantly. "I'm so sorry. I love you. I'll never forgive myself." But I left it at that. I couldn't deal with more emotions. Not now. Then came Alice. Unlike Maddie, she didn't beg for forgiveness. No, her message was calm, practical, almost cold. She said I shouldn't throw away a good marriage over one mistake. I could feel my blood boil. One mistake? This wasn't a mistake. This was a full-scale betrayal, and not just from Heather, but from her too. I shot back. "Alice, this isn't a mistake. This is betrayal from my entire family. Don't contact me until I reach out first." I haven't heard from her since, but I know she showed Heather because I got another message from my soon-to-be ex-wife saying, "Don't take this out on Alice." I ignored it. That was 5 days ago. I've been staying at my brother's house, completely shattered. Every morning I wake up with tears in my eyes, overwhelmed by sadness one moment and engulfed in rage the next. The pain is unbearable. I thought losing my wife would be hard enough, but how am I supposed to look at my daughters again? The 2 people I loved more than anything? How do I ever forgive them? Alice is supposed to get married this fall. I've been paying for almost everything. Now, I don't even think I'll go. The truth is, I don't know how to move forward. I'm a man broken into pieces, and I don't know if I'll ever be whole again.